What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness, across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about what are you losing by staying in a relationship with a narcissist? What are you gaining? Because a lot of people, so this right here, y'all, is one of the big issues. So I tell people this all the time. I'm still a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. This is who I am, y'all. But it does not. This is what I have. But it does not determine who I actually am or who I actually have to be. That's the point of me going to therapy. That's the point of me working on myself, taking the necessary steps in order to try to, behave better. Sound like a kid, don't I? Behave better, like I'm gonna get a whooping or something like that. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people, I'm talking to people over Zoom, and I'm doing my one-on-ones and my coaching thing and whatnot. A lot of people are holding on to toxic narcissistic relationships because they feel like they're going to lose something. Like they feel like they're missing out on something. The fear of loss and holding on to that person because of the trauma bond. I know the trauma bond exists, y'all. This is not me saying I don't know why. This is me telling you because of the trauma bond. You know what I mean? So a lot of people get into these situations and things like that where you feel like you're going to lose something. Like you feel like you don't want to lose the person that you've invested so much time, effort, energy into. And sometimes it's not even that much time, effort, energy. It's a short period of time. Sometimes I've seen people get trauma bonded in a couple of weeks, in a few weeks, because the love bombing is so intense. The cheek clapping is so intense. The steam is coming off the cheeks, whatever, like a piece de resistance and whatnot of cheek clapping. So when that happens, when you get so lost into these relationships, so deep into them so quickly, you get addicted to that person. So if that person is taken away from you or that person takes themselves away from you, there it goes. It's like become addicted to them because of a drug, literally like a drug. You lose that. When a drug addict loses their supply, they react differently. They have physical reactions. They have mental reactions. They go through withdrawal. So narcissistic withdrawal is a thing, y'all. So you go through this withdrawal, aka the trauma bond. You go through this narcissistic withdrawal. You get physically sick sometimes. You lose your hair. You get stressed. You gain weight. You lose weight. You can't eat. You can't sleep. You can't do anything but think about that person. You get fired from your job. Every part of your life suffers because you feel like you just lost something. You feel like you just lost the person that meant the most to you in this world, didn't you? You feel like you missed out on so much and so many things with this person. And you're like, oh my goodness, I'm never gonna find anybody that's gonna love or care about me like this person has ever done. I'm never gonna get this again. I'm never gonna feel this type of love again. But is that a bad thing, y'all? Is that a bad thing to never get to feel this type of love again? Because love shouldn't hurt. You see the pain you're in right now? Do you want to go back to that pain? Was that pain worth it? Sometimes pain is worth it. You go through like a surgery or something, like my leg broke, it hurt. The surgery gonna hurt, but you know what? After it heals, I'll be back to normal. Going back into a toxic relationship because you feel like you lost something. What are you losing other than that person? I ask these people all the time. What are you actually losing? What are you losing? Because sometimes the narcissist discards you viciously. It's a vicious discard. So that's how a lot of people describe it. I would discard it viciously. Like an animal. Like I was put down like an animal. Our relationship was stomped out like an animal. I just want answers and things like that. So who's the only person that can provide you answers or closure? That person. So you feel like you need to talk to that person. I just want to hear them say I'm sorry and take responsibility for their stuff. Nope, that ain't gonna happen. Not with a narcissist. So what are you actually losing? Because I feel like you lose more by being in a relationship than you do what? You lose more being in a toxic, narcissistic relationship than you lose by losing that person. Because when you're in a narcissistic relationship, guess what you're losing? A lot of times you're going to lose your friends. A lot of times you're going to lose your family. A lot of times you're going to lose your independence. A lot of times you're going to lose your job. You're going to lose weight, gain weight. You're going to lose your physical appearance. Let's just say physical appearance. You're going to lose your family members. Sometimes your kids become distant. Sometimes your parents become distant. Sometimes everybody becomes distant. You by yourself now. You lose money. You lose time. You lose effort. You lose energy. You lose yourself. You lose who you actually are. You lose the essence of who you actually are when you're dealing with this. When you're dealing with these relationships, you feel like you're gaining something. Oh, at least I got my man. At least I got my woman. At least I got them. At least I'm happy. No, you're not happy. You lose happiness. You lose sight of it because you think this is happiness. Other people's relationships make you jealous because your relationship just isn't like theirs, is it? Nope. Your relationship, you wish your relationship looked like everybody else's. But at the beginning of yours, it was vice versa, didn't it? At the beginning of your relationship, the narcissist love bombed you, showed you off and everything like that. Sometimes. I know they don't show you off all the time. They showed you off and things like that. Now, nobody ever done this to you before, right? So you feel everybody wants your relationship, right? Everybody wants to be in your relationship. Everybody wants to feel how you feel. But now the exact opposite. The shoe is on the other foot now. Now you feel like you want what they got. You want a normal relationship. You want a loving relationship. You want a caring relationship. But you can't get that while you holding on to this toxic person. You can't get. How are you going to get that? This person can't give it to you. Y'all don't, look, you done gave him 20 years. You done gave him 10 years. You done gave him 5 years. I'm just counting down. You done gave him a year. How much time you got in you? How much trauma you got in you? How much struggle do you have left in you? How much energy you have left in you to pour into this relationship that you're getting nothing out of? There's nothing left. What you got left? What do you have left? I got my love. Cool. You got your love. Hold on to that love then and get taken advantage of for the rest of your existence. Because that person is going to take the rest of the little bit of love you have left, drain it, and then leave you broken. They're going to leave you somebody else. Because your cup is empty now. Their cup is full. But what I did, all the stuff you did. So what? They don't care about all the stuff you did. You care about all the stuff you did. They don't. I helped them build a job. I helped them build it. They don't care about any of that type of stuff. You do. I thought you helped me from the kindness. So you didn't help me from the kindness of your heart. You helped me because you expected something back from it. Wow. You must be the narcissist. Wow. You sound real selfish right now. Blah, 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 boop, 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 beep, beep, beep. You know how it goes. So when you lose, quote unquote, lose a narcissist, what are you actually losing? Because I feel like when you let go of that narcissistic person, that person lets you go however it ends, think of all the things that you stand the possibility of gaining. Your gains are so much better than your losses in the situation. You lost an abusive, toxic, lying, cheating, stealing, thieving, ugly sometimes, broke, terrible looking narcissistic person. But you get to gain back your independence. You get to gain back your friends and family if you've lost them. Sometimes they might not come back because you shoot them away. Remember, you chose that person over them, right? You gain your independence. You gain some freedom. You gain so much more. You gain access to your own money and time and stuff like that. Sometimes you have kids by these people and it's gonna be tough. But you gain so much more than you lose. You don't have to worry about that. But they treated the new supply better than they ever treated me. Of course they are. Why would they treat somebody terribly at the beginning of a relationship? Did they treat you terribly at the beginning of your relationship to rope you in like this? Because if they did, it's time for you to go sit in the therapist chair and understand why you allowed them to treat you terribly at first and stayed in a toxic ass relationship. I didn't get love bomb. I actually got treated and beat up the first couple nights. And you decided to say, huh? That means you need to go sit in the therapist chair. But I feel that way about anybody anyway in a narcissistic relationship. I feel like even Matt Pfeiffer says this. Matt Pfeiffer coaching says this too. He's like in a narcissistic relationship, two people need therapy. The narcissist needs therapy for the rest of their lives to try to make any kind of semblance of a decent living and being a decent human being. And the survivor, victim, or not, they need to go to therapy for dealing with the narcissist. The gaslighting of years, the confusion, the manipulation, all that stuff has been going on for years, sometimes decades even. Y'all don't think you need therapy? You think the narcissist is the only person that need therapy, even though you've been with them for decades? Sitting in this gaslighting ass house, like you walk into the house, you smell gaslight. It's like you got guests, you have guests over. They're like, what's that funny smell in the air in here? Oh, that's the gaslighting my husband be doing every day. You know, don't worry about it. Just learn to ignore it. I have, but it's the gaslighting. My wife gaslight the steam off me every day, y'all. That's what that smell is. Look, I'm gonna go get the Febreze for it. You can't Febreze away the smell of gaslighting, the everlasting effects of gaslighting. They don't go anywhere. Only thing you can go somewhere is you. But you have to have the strength to leave. Like I said, I don't tell everybody to leave. I'm just presenting the information in front of you. If you have, like I said, so many people are like, well, but I wasted so much time I can never get back. So I just feel like I might as well just stick by their side. Okay, I feel like it's not. This is how I feel about time wasting, quote unquote, wasting time with a narcissist or toxic person. This is how I feel about that. It's not wasted time unless. It's not wasted time unless you have, because you didn't have all the facts. It's not wasted time because you didn't have all the knowledge and information in front of you to make a conscientious, well-informed decision. So that wasn't wasting time. That was just you living your life. Now you have, because you have all the information presented in front of you. Now the possibility of wasting time exists, because now you have all the information in front of you. You don't have to self-diagnose them, but they're not diagnosed. So I need that one last step. Good luck on getting them diagnosed. Good luck on trying to get them to go to therapy even one time, but go to multiple times to get diagnosed. It don't work that way, y'all. It really doesn't. So I feel like you have to stand in your power and stand in your truth and understand that you deserve more. But I can say that all I want to. You have to be able to believe it. So what are you losing and what are you gaining by staying in a toxic ass relationship? I'm gaining, but I'm gaining this. Okay, cool. If your gains outweigh your losses, more power to you. But if your losses outweigh your gains, woo, I gained another baby while they cheated on me. I had another baby while we were married. I gained an STD, because none of y'all gonna get STDs if you keep messing with these cheating ass people. That's the crux of it right there. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Like and subscribe for more. Turn on those notifications. Mental Healness is out. Peace.